now that I've calmed down, it's been a really eventful morning here in the Deer Woods. I don't think we're in full-blown rut. I saw that small buck that came in really close. Check out a doe way off in the distance, and the way they were acting, I don't think they're in full-blown rut yet, but they're really close to be checking does like that, and does letting them check. So I had that weird looking 6-point. You guys barely saw him, and behind him came in like a really big, probably 9 or 10, biggest deer that's probably ever come within bow range, but it came in at about 41 yards, and that's just too far for me. I'm not good at ranging anyways, so at least I know he's out here, and none the wiser. I was able to call him back towards me a couple times, doing like a janky snort wheeze, which like in deer is a big F you buddy. So that ticked him off enough where he came back, not quite, like you could tell, and when he did come in, like he rode the ridge and then would go down in the creek bed. He was trying to pick up my scent, I think he was trying to figure out what was going on, but none the wiser. Biggest deer ever. Drawed because I was hoping he would come closer, and held that for about 4 to 5 minutes, and he never did come in close enough. You guys couldn't see because he came in behind me, so he came in from like back there, and I never have deer come in there. Like for the last 5 to 6 years, we have not had deer come in from that direction, so it just goes to show how patterns change. So yeah, had a lot of action. 4 bucks, 3 does, none really coming. Now the 2 small ones came within range, but with it being rut, yeah, I'm gonna wait for that heavy buck that I just saw, and see if he comes in, because next weekend is gun season, so a 40-yard shot is a dead deer with a gun. So with a bow, with me, it's probably not. I probably won't even range it correctly if I know myself. So yeah, we are about an hour and a half into shooting light, which is when we usually get like a lull, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We could easily have a doe. I'd love to take a doe today, but next week is gun, so I'll go out again tomorrow morning if I don't get anything today, and then after that I will sleep in Sunday and wait for opening day next Saturday. Every day. Well, didn't get nothing today. Again, which is cool. It is. It's been a weird day. But I knew there wouldn't be a lot of traffic today because we're supposed to be getting up in the 60s. So this morning it was like in the 40s. So I expect a little bit of movement, like early between sunrise, which is like 7:08. And 8:30, and then for it to drop off completely, and it did. So I'm supposed to be in rut, but the boys are on their feet. Everything I saw today except for one was a buck, and all just on their merry little ways about the forest looking for some tail. So none like yesterday. That guy was magnificent, but I will leave these woods alone until Saturday, because Saturday I get to bring out the boomsticks, and I'm really hoping Josie makes her first kill. So that'll be interesting to see how she likes it, if she doesn't like it. I mean, regardless of what she shoots, it will go in our freezer and sustain our family, and that is really why we're out here. Is to fill our freezer and sustain our family. I have not had to buy beef or any red meat from the grocery unless I want like really lean beef for spaghetti or something. I haven't had to buy anything from the grocery store in about 10-ish years because of this. We hunt deer, and that's how we put the red meat in our freezer. Yeah. Okay guys, I lied. I got out one more time before gun season, and it's shooting light, and I'm just waiting to see what happens. A lot of these sits have been really active, but I'm due for a boring sit, and gun season opens on Saturday. So today's Thursday. I've been skipping lunches and working late so that I can have this morning without having to use up any vacation time. So let's hope it's worth it. But if not, this is kind of like my therapy anyways, coming out here and sitting and watching animals move around and the whole forest come awake. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Usually I've already seen a deer or two by now. I haven't seen anything, but morning is still young. Seen, and I don't know if that was the same buck, if he's just circling or what's going on here, but I saw a really nice little not little, but a nice 8-point, kind of small bodied, but he acted a little erratic. I've got the shakes, man. Either it's cold and it's adrenaline from I shouldn't get that way just sitting here, but like I do. So like the two bucks that I've seen, man, they have had their nose to the ground, just not paying attention. They're on a mission. It's gotta be being cold too. So the 8-point, where you guys probably saw my phone fall out of my deer stand, he was wounded. I don't think you guys caught it. I'll have to go back and look. But just looking at that film, he had quite a bit of a limp. I didn't see any type of like injury, so I'm wondering if if he had actually just been knocking around with some other bucks and came out on the losing end, because that happens. I mean, some animals you'll find will succumb to like wounds they sustain during breeding season, where they've been sparred with another mature animal, a mature buck, and probably came out on the losing end just because it was just a limp. But I couldn't see blood or anything like that, because I'd wondered maybe he'd been shot and it wasn't a good shot. But it was more of like, I'm just kind of tender on my foot, so And the second buck that just came in through here, like he was on a mission. Big body buck, so I don't think it was the same one. But like that one that was injured, he stayed in this area, just kind of pacing around right at like the 40 yard. I was waiting for him to come in at 25. I had him knocked like right over here to where if he stepped into that lane on that path, he'd been right about at 25 yards and I was gonna to shoot, but he never did. He never did come in, so yeah. Second buck was on a mission. He was trotting those down. We're in rut. These guys they're definitely seeking out does, because even giving them a snort wheeze, like usually that pulls a buck up, but they are trailing does. They are not interested in fighting. They want to find those does and lock them down. So I'm only going to stay out for a little bit longer because I have to work to pay the bills. So if anything, with these series of sits, I've seen a lot of really nice deer. It doesn't always work out sometimes. Sometimes you get shots and sometimes you don't. And nobody's really stopped to give me a good shot that was worth taking a shot at. Now, if we don't tag out during gun season or put anything in the freezer, which I feel like with the traffic and where they're coming in at, we'll definitely take something. But if we don't take anything during gun season, I'm going to be a lot less picky on what I take, because got to fill that freezer. That's what this is all about. I will see you guys in a couple of days when we take Josie out for her first deer hunt. Don't miss it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about seeing all these deer move around. Have you ever been hunting? What's one of your favorite hunting experiences? And if you aren't already subscribed, make sure to be subscribed and ring that notification bell, because we've got a lot of things going on here at Mulberry Branch Farm. This is just a small portion of our lives that puts us on our path to self-sufficiency in feeding our family organically from the land. So until next time, guys, thanks for being here with me again. Bye.